our Honorable DDG Sir, to all the esteemed professors, faculty members, enthusiastic scholars, faculties, and dear students, for taking out time for this, for becoming a part of this enlightening and enriching session. So I think today's session is going to be a wonderful time for all of us, and those who have joined us online, I also welcome them here at Amity University. So it is always said that a big personality is not bound to any introduction, and so is Professor Panchanan Mohanty before us. सर के बारे में इंट्रोडक्शन देना सूरज को दीपक दिखाने के समान है. Still, I would request Professor Deepa Chakrabarti to read out a brief introduction, or maybe a formal introduction of Sir's accomplishments and achievements. But before that, we move forward. We would like to welcome Sir and present a token of gratitude and love from Amity University. So I would request Professor Tripathi Sir and Deepa Chakrabarti ma'am, along with DDG Sir, to please come forward and present a small token of gratitude and love on the behalf of our schools.
Yeah, मुझे पता नहीं. I will never forget you. Even without that, I won't forget.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would request Professor Chakrabarti to kindly read a short bio of Sir. Yes, please.
So once again, warm welcome to all of you joining us online and offline in both the modes. And we are really, really honored by the presence of Professor Mohanty. In the morning, I was talking to him. He told me, see, there are a lot to learn. And when I told him that, sir, I need you and particularly the association of the university with you, so that we learn from you, right? The thing that the small statement the sir made is that we need to collaborate. That means it is not one-sided. He said that we learn when we meet you. Similarly, we learn, sir, when we meet you. So with that, that collaboration is very important today. That we need to collaborate, we need to see each and every corner and try to open up our mind, our eyes, to learn what is actually this world about, right? So with that small note, I would take the privilege of introducing Professor Mohanty, a very esteemed person in the field of language, linguistics, and applied linguistics particularly. He is a known figure in the academic world. So he doesn't need introduction. Just Dr. Gunjar told the same thing. But our young buddy scholars, they need to know you, sir. So for them, I am doing this. Professor Mohanty taught at Odisha Educational Service and Berhampur University, Center for Applied Linguistics and Translation Studies at University of Hyderabad, Hyderabad. Post that, he served GLA University, Mathura, as head Department of English and as Dean School of Humanities at Nalanda University, Rajgir. Professor Mohanty published 36 books, more than 165 papers, and participated in more than 350 conferences. He was President, Linguistic Society of India and Dravidian Linguistics Association, Chief Editor of Indian Linguistics, Deputy Editor of International Journal of Dravidian Linguistics, and is now on the editorial board of the Endangered Languages Yearbook, the papers of Moscow State University, Oriental Studies, Translation Today, among others. He has discovered two undocumented languages, Valmiki and Malhar. Sir, with your permission, I am keeping it a little short because.
No, please. That's enough.
Okay.
Actually, आपने कर लीजिए मतलब.
Sir, बहुत short कर रही हूँ.
नहीं, बिल्कुल वो उतना ही.
Professor Mohanty has received awards like Vishuv Milan Purashkar in 1982, Khetrabasi Sahitya Vidya Purashkar in 1992, Jaswant Ray Nanak Chand Memorial Award in 1998, Jhankar Purashkar in 2004, Pandit Gopinath Nand Sharma Prabandha Purashkar 2014, Prabhashi Uriya Samman 2019, Award for the Best Monograph on Dravidian Tribes in 2025. Besides the conferment of Associateship of the Indian Institute of Advanced Studies, Shimla, between 1993 and 1999. At present, he is a member of the editorial board of the, I'm repeating this, Papers of Moscow State University, Endangered Language Yearbook, Brill, International Arab Journal of English for Specific Purposes, hosted by Centre National pour la Recherche Scientifique et Technique, Translation Today, Journal of the National Translation Mission, Government of India, along with the editorial boards of a number of linguistic journals. He is also a governing council member of Indian Council of Social Science Research, New Delhi, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India, and many, many more. He lives in Hyderabad and works as honorary professor at School of Languages, Linguistics, and Indology at Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Hyderabad, and is serving as adjunct professor at Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, Malviya National Institute of Technology, Jaipur. So we are really privileged and honored to have with us, sir. So with that, sir, the podium is yours, or you can sit there and also, you can sit there and also.
It's much better to stand and.
Can we one ask whether audio, the online members are listening properly?
They can listen.
Or can we just यही पर दिखा दो अब online? Okay, आप ऐसे रखो so that सर को दिखे. Okay. अच्छा, these are the people who have joined. Right. Okay, sir. So start the session. So both it's a hybrid mode. ठीक है.
Namaskar, Professor Tripathi, Professor Chakravarti, esteemed colleagues, and dear students. I'm really humbled because, when you become old, your CV will become longer. And you will see that it will happen in your lives also. So nothing to worry about that. We have a very nice proverb in Odia. My mother tongue is Odia. Sua mullo, sua nije gaibo. When a parrot is sold, people will say, oh, my parrot will sing whole of Ramayana, recite whole of Ramayana, Mahabharata, and all these things. These are useless things. Because when the parrot starts speaking, then only you will know its value. So whatever was told by Professor Deepa Chakrabarti about me, you just, within quotes, delete those things. So we'll start afresh, and then we'll see what can be done. Talking about language and culture is a very interesting, intricate, and intriguing kind of topic. A lot of people say that language is a part of culture. I'm sure most of you have heard that. That's not true. That's not true. Language and culture developed in the human brain at the same time. At the same time. So, you can say that language and culture are intertwined in such a way that you cannot separate one from the other. The moment you speak a language, I can predict your culture. And when we do some cultural activity, I can predict your language also. That's possible, that kind of relationship. Any idea when human beings started speaking a language? Is it a difficult question I'm asking? Huh?
At the age of 2 years.
No. When human beings started speaking a language,
Which one?
any idea? Should you not ask such questions? I'm asking the students especially. You should ask such questions because these are important things you should ask yourself. Definitely 150,000 years. Definitely. Because do you know the size of the human brain? It's almost, no, why almost? On an average, 1 kilo, 400 grams. You take a huge animal, brain is like this. And all these things developed when we started walking straight. So then, the brain became bigger and the so-called speech organs, the oral cavity become, bigger. So all these things, this is how the languages developed. We don't know what kind of language it was, or no idea about it. And when these anthropologists, when they looked at the human skulls over a period of time, the changes they have discovered. Suppose a skull that was discovered 2 lakh years ago, and the skull 1,60,000. Then, you see how the head has changed, the structure has changed. That is how people, guess that language, people must have started speaking a language around, 1,50,000 years ago. When it comes to writing, any idea how many years? Only 5,000 years. And we don't know whether those records are there in the museum of Iraq or not. Because when Saddam Hussein, he was who went into hiding and the vandalized everything, that museum was vandalized. Then I asked many of, people, friends working in the Middle East, what happened to that museum? They have no idea. Whether all those documents or material, whatever was there, whether they are preserved or not, don't know. Anyway, so language and culture, they developed in the human brain at the same time. So if you are talking about rock painting, those drawings, that is when people started speaking about language also. And language must have been a very simple thing earlier, because complexities, if you look at the language of tribals, you will see that total number of words they need hardly 5,000, 10,000, not more than that. You don't require more than that. And let me tell you, if you look at Hindi and the spoken Hindi, you don't require a dictionary of 5,000 or 1 lakh words. You don't require that. 10,000 words are more than sufficient for communicating in a day-to-day kind of life. When you go to literature and all these things, that's a different story. And language and culture, when you talk about, we must make a distinction between nature and culture. Subhuman animals live in nature. And we have a culture. That's the major difference. What is the difference in nature and culture? Suppose a crow finds some kind of source of food somewhere. It will start cawing. It will caw. And all the crows will assemble there and they all will caw at the same time. The second crow won't tell the first crow that thank you, you now keep quiet, I'll call others. No, that won't happen. So they don't have a culture. It's a part of nature. But we have a culture. You know, when you can, there are certain things which are shared by all animals, including human beings. When we quarrel, even if the difference is only 6 inches, we shout at the top of our voice. We don't say that, tu badmaas hai, tu chore hai. No, we don't do that. We shout at the top of our voice and tu badmaas hai, tu chore hai, etc., etc. The same thing dogs do, cats do. They also do the same thing. So this is natural. This is instinctive. But culture is that even if you don't like my lecture, you will have to sit and look at me and smile and do all those things. Because it's a part of culture. So you cannot do anything. But the dog, if it doesn't like it, will just straight walk away. It won't worry. So, this is something which is very important. And if there is something in culture, it has to reflect in the language also. Now, when you talk about this, and look, this is language and culture. And when you talk about language, let me tell you, you first take the spoken language into consideration. Because she knows, and those of you who know French, Spanish, Italian, etc., Latinate languages, a language is derived from something called lingua. Lingua means tongue. The same thing in Sanskrit, bhasha. Bhash, to speak. It's not lik, it's bhash. So we first talk about the spoken language. And here, of course, written language is important. I don't say that, but for your information, I don't know, it's probably no more Gen Z. I don't know, maybe Zen Alpha, Zen Beta again, because you'll have to go back, Zen X, Zen Z, then of course, now people are going back. I have seen my students, one of the best students I have taught, she, while writing the paper, I was invigilator, and after 15 minutes, she just kept everything set like this. I said, what happened? Sir, no practice of writing. Then she asked me, sir, can I ask somebody for my laptop and I'll type out and take a print out and give it to you? I said, no, that's not allowed. And for your information, those who are interested in what? Avoiding writing, let me tell you, if you write, your brain exercises. Writing is a great kind of invention in human history. Let's not forget that. Even today, I write all my things. Everything I write. And that's important, because when you write, it is an exercise for the brain, and also you correct, you do a whole lot of things. There is a record of how a text has come into being. Suppose I'm writing, you type something and you correct and everything is done. There is no record how the text came into existence, because you make corrections, changes, this, that, all sorts of. If you do that, then there will be record. Otherwise, no record at all. So how will you talk about creativity? How will you talk about all these things? That's very important. So writing is quite important. And whatever you are, Gen Alpha or Beta or Gamma, whatever, please don't give up writing. Always write it. Today when I read a letter written to me by my teachers and somebody, I get delighted to see that their handwriting. It gives a different kind of feeling. And you will have to probably conserve, not preserve, conserve, writing. That's very important. Anyway, when we are talking about language and culture are intertwined in such a way that it's very sheer near relationship, दूध and पानी का relationship. You cannot suppose when the milk vendor adds water and comes to you, you cannot make a distinction. Now there is some meter to measure that, but anyway, that's a different thing. Then he says that no, the cow drank a lot of water yesterday. That's the reason it's watery. So I have not done anything. So that kind of thing is always there. Now it is so close that whatever is there in a language should be reflected in culture, and whatever is there in culture should be reflected in language. Culture is amorphous. Everything is culture. The way you sit, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you, read, write, sleep, cook food, eat, do whatever you like. Everything is a part of culture. But language is something language is very handy to handle. And so what I do is that whenever I discuss culture, I go from language to culture, not vice versa. Because then you will be in trouble. If you are coming from language to culture, it will be very difficult for you. And I'm sure if you have looked at Franz Boas, Kreber, then Malinowski, a lot of people who have worked extensively on language, they all come from anthropology background and started working on culture. And as a linguist, we are grateful to anthropologists. But those are the people who worked on, many these small languages, tribal languages, and that is how linguistics came into become a discipline. Now, when you talk about language and culture, the research must be inductive. Must be. I don't say should be inductive. Inductive means bottom-up approach. Look at the data, then go to hypothesis, then talk about theory. Today, what is happening is that if you are doing a library research kind of thing, read a few books, take their views and write something and get rid of it. That's not the way we should, when it comes to, if India is really interested in becoming a Vishwaguru, we'll have to do research which is serious, and it must be inductive, not deductive. Deductive, even, you talk to your scientist friends, colleagues, even in the hard sciences, inductive research is preferred. When it is not possible, take, for example, theory of evolution. I cannot say look at how, from a jellyfish to human being, how the evolution taking place. So here I'll be deductive. Or creation of the universe. There one has to be deductive. Otherwise, all research should be inductive. Ram is mortal, Sita is mortal, Lakshmana is mortal, Ravana is mortal, Krishna is mortal, Kamsa is mortal. So men are mortal, or man is mortal. So that kind of thing. You will have to do that. Only if you don't do that, then there is a problem. Okay. Now, let's look at a few examples. Should I give that? We just discussed about it. All of you have heard that India is a multilingual country. Okay, what do you mean by multilingual? Loudly.
Please stand up, introduce, and answer.
No, she said something. I could see that. Loudly say that. Okay, all right. The 2011 census reports say that trilingualism figures in India is 27%. I'm sorry, bilingualism figure. That means 27% of the Indians are bilingual, 7% of the Indians are trilingual. Will you call India a multilingual country? You cannot sit like Saraswati or Ganesh, you will have to say something. 27% are bilingual, 7% are trilingual. Will you call India a multilingual country? I'm asking. Yes or no? You will have to say something.
Your face is showing an interrogation mark. If you can say something.
Only 27% are bilingual, according to Government of India data. You Google after this lecture is over, you'll get all the data. Do you know among the Hindi speakers what percentage is bilingual and what percentage trilingual? Guesswork. Okay, trilingual, you say bilingual, I want to ask. What percentage of Hindi speakers should be trilingual? Guesswork, wild, intelligent. Yes. You don't want to even hazard a guess. Yeah, you cannot be good citizens. No, they cannot be good citizens. If you cannot take this much of risk, I'm sorry.
नहीं बोलोगे तो हम मार्क्स कट लेंगे।
नहीं ये बोलिए ना, ये कीजिए, ये सब नहीं चलेगा। अरे गेस करने के लिए भी तुम लोगों को कष्ट होता है। हाँ, yes, somebody saying that. Wait. हाँ, ये there is a. He's very close. Google कर लिया। नहीं, ठीक है। I'm kidding. Don't take it. Yeah, very close. 11.54% of the Hindi speakers bilingual. 1.49% trilingual. Will you call India a multilingual country? And this is the reason for which there is Tamil, Hindi, Jhagada, Marathi, Hindi, Jhagada, Kannada, Hindi, Jhagada. This will go on. And many Jhagadas are not reported in the newspaper, so you don't know many things. You must be a little more careful. Anyway, let's get back. We'll start with examples. I've got some examples. Hindi speakers use a word pilla.
For puppy.
Pilla, puppy?
For puppy.
Yes. Do you know its source? What is the source? Every word should have a source, isn't it? So what should be its source? Have you heard is there anybody from South?
Yeah.
Where are you from? Huh? Vijayawada? Anybody else?
From South.
Okay. Have you heard a surname called Pillai? Pilla is from Pillai. Do you know what it means? Ramchandra Pillai means not real Ramchandra, Bacha Ramchandra. Govindan Pillai means not real Govind, Chota Govind. So when this Pilla traveled to the Hindi land, it became puppy. Now that I'm glad that there are two Telugu speakers here, I'll give you another interesting example. There is a word called agraha in Hindi. What does it mean? Request. First, I'll ask the meaning of agraha to Professor Deepa Chakravarti.
Show your intention.
Interest.
To do something.
Interest.
To do something.
मेरा वो जो लिंग्विस्टिक्स में कोई आग्रह नहीं है इनके अनुसार. Okay, but according to you will say that मैं अभी मोदी जी से आग्रह करता हूं कि वो दो शब्द बोलें. Request. Okay. What is आग्रह in Telugu, Amma? Don't look at each other. Loudly. Anger. Can you see what is happening? This is what happens in languages. So Pillai in Tamil Nadu and Kerala becomes Papi in Hindi, and this becomes something there. Can you see that? So when we look at languages, let's start looking at, their sources and how it has changed. There is no roadmap of semantic change of these words. Not a single dissertation has been written on this subject in the whole country. If somebody works, it will be a path-breaking research, let me tell you. If somebody is interested, you can do that. Okay. Then Odia uses, is there an Odia here? That's bad. And Odia uses Pila. Pila means child. Oh, let me ask them. You see the fun. What is Pila in Telugu? Girl. They are saying that. I didn't say that. Do you say Aad Pilla? So what does Aad Pilla mean? What is improper Telugu then? Don't say proper Telugu, improper Telugu. Let's not get into that. What does Aad Pilla mean? You tell me. Huh? See, Pilla is girl, Aad Pilla is also girl. Do you know what exact translation will be? Female girl. Pilla doesn't mean, girl. Kukapilla means kuka girl. Kukapilla means dog child. Exact translation. Pilla means child. In Telugu also. But somehow Telugu has changed the meaning also. That's why I say saying girl. Because there is a form, hey Pilla, that is the reason. Of course, that thing happens. Now, this is something when you look at such things, I'm talking about vocabulary primarily. You'll see how it has, why it has happened, how it has happened. These are very interesting issues. Believe me, I've been asking my students, nobody is willing to write this dissertation on the semantic roadmap, semantic change roadmap in Indian languages. Nobody is doing that coming forward. They find it very difficult because you have to collect a lot of data. Baba, I'll tell you what to do. Just to help me, they are not doing it. If somebody does that, this will be fantastic, Professor Tripathi. Anyway, okay. This is, I will give you this example. There are many such examples which can be given. That's not an issue at all. While coming, I was looking at the place names. I told him that we'll discuss these things also. There's a place name called Dhanda. Then you said something, you said Kunda. Don't you think these place names also convey something? Did you ever ask a question why it is Dhanda, why it is Kunda, that kind of thing? What is happening? There must be something. Look, if you are talking about language and culture, you will have to discuss these things. There is no other goal. You will have to do those things. I'll give you a couple of interesting examples, which I have worked on. I'm sure you know Puri. Khane wala nahi, Jagannath wala. Puri? Okay. Every Odia scholar or whosoever has written on Puri says that Puri is from Sanskrit Puri. Shiv Puri, Vishnu Puri, that kind of thing. Yes. It's bad research. Research has something called methodology. Yes or no? Okay. I looked at it, it disturbed me long ago. I was worried about it because from the methodological point of view, I never accepted that Puri can be a Sanskrit word. The reason is place names occur in clusters. If you have, let's say, Sikandrabad, you will have Hyderabad, you will have Faizabad, you will have Moradabad, all these things you will have. If you have Badmer, you will have this mayor, that mayor, all these mayors around here, you will have that. Or if you have Sialda, you have Malda, you have Amarda, all these things are bound to happen. There is no, I spent almost 5 years on this. I sat in the archives and looked at if there is a second place name with this suffix Puri. No. Because that is the place.
Gopalpur
Pur is different.
alag hai.
Pur is different. Puri is different. Pur is different. But there is no, Odisha is full of Purs. Sambalpur, Barampur, etc. Oh, there are many. But no second name, a place name with the suffix Puri. One. Scholars have said that Puri is an abbreviation of Jagannatha Puri. Many people have written. Okay. Now, if Puri, the abbreviated form is found, the full form should have been there anywhere. It has never occurred anywhere in the inscriptions, in Puranas, in Mahabharata, in Ramayana, nowhere Jagannatha Puri is found. Nowhere. Will you accept that Puri is a Sanskrit word? Then I looked at its source, because Jagannath is a Savara Devata, tribal god. Do you know that or not? Now, then I'll have to talk about Jagannath more in this, lecture. I'll do a little more so that, I'll link it to travel, language and culture. Don't worry about that. I won't tell you stories. It's always research. So we'll do that. Okay. Now, Puri means sea in the Savara language, in Santali. Savara, Santal, these are all, sister languages. Purri, that kind of thing. It means a huge body of water with foam and all these things, froth. So if somebody asks you, where are you living? I'm at Puri, near the sea, that kind of thing. I'll give another example to support whatever I'm saying. Do you know Chilkur? Oh, they know Chilkur. Do you know what is Chilkur? No, let me first talk about this thing, then I'll go to Chilkur. There is a Chilka lake in Odisha. Chilka means lake in Dravidian. That is why Chilkur. Chilika Uru. Uru is what? Bangalore, Mysore, Kadalur, Kannur, Kallur, the same Uru. Chilika, is there a big lake around? Say loudly. Yes, sir. So Chilika Uru. So near the lake. This is a lake Gaon. You can translate that. See, place names are very important for discovering cultures. How many of you are from Bengal? Okay. All right. Do you have Ur suffix in Bengal? Hey, Bhagavan. Huh? What is, name some? Bithur, Singur, Nannur. What's wrong? Bithur?
सिंगूर तो पता होना चाहिए ना पॉलिटिकल कंट्रोवर्सी
Belur Mutt?
बेलूर
Suppose I say that once upon a time, these places were habitated by Dravidians. I'm very serious. This kind of research you have never done in this country. Now that Professor Chakravarti is there and some people are there, can anybody tell me the etymology of Bengal? Can anybody tell me the etymology of let's say Malda? These are very important things for us. We should do this kind of research. I know Sukumar Sen has written place names of Bengal. I don't agree with him. And Sukumar Sen is wrong. I don't have any doubt. I have evidence. I'll give you evidence. Sukumar Sen has given no evidence. He's a great scholar. He's here. But great scholars also make mistakes. So that's not an issue.
It's the Bangla, no? Bangla,
What does it come from, Banga?
Banga.
Hmm?
Sanskrit, sir.
What is the meaning? What is Banga in Sanskrit?
Bongo, bongo,
Oh, no, so that is there. That same thing, Anga, Vanga, Kalinga, when you say that, that's again fascinating. So why that kind of thing? So these are the issues which are very, very important for us. And we'll have to do this kind of research for the simple reason. I'll give you another example. Anybody from Maharashtra? Oh, about some 10 years ago, we were working on the displaced, language and, displacement of impact of displacement on the displaced subjects in the Narmada Valley, language and culture, impact on their language and culture. A professor from Deccan College, Pune, a professor of Sanskrit, professor of linguistics, and I was there, and somebody from Aligarh Muslim University there. When we reached there, Sonal Kulkarni Joshi, Punekar. Do you understand Punekar? Not Pune. Punekar has another, meaning, Bombaikar, Punekar, so that kind of thing. Okay. So she is a Punekar. They are very proud of, yes, that she belongs to Pune. I told Sonal, this is a Munda area. Munda means sister of Santali. He said, oh, aapko to sab kuch Munda dikhta hai. मैंने कहा, then I told her the place names. Tiloda, Sahada, Naroda, all around. Then I told her, Sonal, Narmada is also a Munda name. She said, no, sir, it is Sanskrit. Punekar Brahmin, imagine. She was shocked. A professor of linguistics with a PhD from England. She said, no, it's Sanskrit. Then I asked Sonal, I said, look, Shubhada means she who gives Shubha. Varada means she who gives Vara. Yes, Kirtida means a woman who gives Kirti. Tell me, you find out from your Punekar Pandits, what is Narma? Narmada means a woman who gives Narma. Tell me what is Narma, either in Sanskrit or in Marathi. After 2 days, he said, no, you do whatever you want to do. Then I had to find the etymology of Tiloda, Shahada, Narmada, etc., from, dictionaries of Santali, Savara, Juang, etc., that kind of thing. See, how can you expect, Da means water. Da means water. In all these languages, Da means water. So, because we live on the, where there is a water source. Now, the question now is, how can you find Munda settlements there? I'll tell you another very interesting. I said, once this was discovered, I said, let's go and see their temples. The Paudis and the Bhils. The Paudas and the Bhils. We said, let's go to the Pauda. It's a tribe. Go to their temple. We went to their temple. Then they gave us a cup of tea and everything. Temple means open kind of thing, all surrounded by trees. I said, what is the god there? They said, Vagdev. Vagdevi, we have heard. I said, Vagdev. I said, let's go and see. We saw some structure there. Then, because they spoke Marathi, so I asked Sonal, you find out. They said, it is Vag, tiger. Is tiger your mamu or not? Yes or no? See, I cannot do anything. I'll ask her, then I have no other option.
Bag Mama. In Bengali, it's Bag Mama.
See, she takes 45 seconds to, respond. You should have said yes immediately. See, if I ask her, she will yes. Tiger is my mamu. Tiger is my mamu also.
Uncle, Mama.
No. Uncle, chacha, mosa, kufa, kuch bhi ho sakta hai. No translation here. Uncle can be anything. Yes, mother's brother.
Mama.
Mother's brother. Now, I look at them. What is mama in Telugu? Amma. What is, whom do you call mama in? Nobody else? Huh? Daddy's? Oh, then you are speaking English. Forget that. I'm talking about mamu, mama. Only mother's brother. See, they are Telugu speakers. I know more Telugu than they do. Okay, wait. Father's sister's husband is also mama in Telugu. Yes or no? Now she's nodding her head. Can you see that? Yes or no? Okay. Father-in-law is also mama in Telugu. Yes or no? Now everything is yes. Can you see that? Now, in our languages, mama means mother's brother. In a language like Telugu, mama means mother's brother, father's sister's husband, and father-in-law. Father-in-law. What does it mean?
सर कश्मीर में भी तो मामा बोलते हैं वो आई हर्ड लॉट ऑफ पीपल अपने फादर इन लॉ को मामा बोलते हैं
ये मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई जानकर क्योंकि आई हैव समथिंग आई वांट टू राइट ए पेपर समडे माय इंडिया ए डिफरेंट इंडिया so I'll talk to you after this. I have some very interesting information about Kashmiri also.
All these three. One is maternal uncle. Another is.
Fufa.
No, I'm talking about mama. This word you said, na?
No, yes.
Apply to three.
Yes.
Maybe in-laws ko mama bolte hain na?
No, father-in-law.
father-in-law
Yes.
तो sister, brother को भी तो.
No. It means I can marry my mother's brother's daughter. I can marry my father's sister's daughter.
That is the commonality.
Yes. But I have never seen a single marriage taking place between a man with his father's sister's daughter. Not a single marriage in the last 35 years of my stay in Hyderabad. Always mother's brother's daughter. Do you know the reason? Economics. Economic reasons. Look, my mother's brother, my mama, because mother's brother, he sends gifts and everything on festivals. We do that for my...
Rituals.
Yes. Arey, mama sends gifts and kapde kya sab sona rupo chandi bechte hain na, so that happens.
Okay.
Yes. And if I marry his daughter again, it will come to me. So there is no problem. But see, my father's sister, my father sends gifts to his sister. If I marry her daughter, it will come from them to us. So there is a conflict. Earlier it was from this side to this side. Now if I marry his daughter, it will come from that side. So that is why this marriage never happens. Never means officially yes, but practically no. Now see, if we link language and culture, then only we discover all these structural things, cultural things that are there. Otherwise, you won't. Okay. Now, I'll give you maybe, yeah, I'll take a few minutes, then we'll see. Okay, we have something called Koili Bara. You know what it means? That is there in Bihar, in Bengal also. She will respond now. When a man goes for marriage, young man goes for marriage, there is a young boy accompanies the groom.
It's in Rajasthan.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Everywhere.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, and he's dressed like the groom, and he's treated like the groom also. I wanted to know why this kind of ritual. And that person, that boy is called Koili Bara. And I wanted to see the relationship between the groom and this young boy. It's always a brother. Brother means may not be, if not own brother, cousin brother, this brother, that brother, some kind of thing. Must be a brotherly relationship.
Call it neat for.
A neat bar, kole bar also you use. No, Koili Bara in Odia. In Bangla, it is kole bar also. I have noted. Neat bar, yes. Neat bar, kole bar. All the three are. Do you know Koili bar? Koili Bara. Koili is nothing but Kobil. Do you understand? Koil means temple. Nagercoil, Tamil Nadu. So it means temple. So temple groom. That means, it's a Munda custom. If the groom dies, somebody is there to take care. In fact, there are marriages, I have reported in my paper, there are marriages when that groom dies, this young boy marries the bhavi. It happens. It's a Munda ritual. It's a family one. If somebody dies by chance, there is somebody. So to give assurance that if I die, there is somebody to look after you. There is nothing to worry about. Now see, the Koili is a very interesting word. Koili has nothing to do with. Has anybody gone to the Jagannath temple? Koili Vaikuntha. I hope. Oh no, here I'll tell you. Jagannath dies in every 19 years. The bodies are buried in a place which is called Koili Vaikuntha. And Navakalevara takes place. Navakalavaram's new, murtis are made and those are, replaced. But whatever Brahmapinda Padartha that is also brought from the old, bodies and kept in the new bodies by an old Panda, he's blindfolded, etc. All these things, rituals take place. See, the place where they are buried is called Koili Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha means also Samshan, burial. Sir, everywhere. Allahabad, I have seen, if you want, I may not show you the photo right now. Everywhere, Vaikuntham, Vaikuntha Dham, it is written in many places. So Vaikuntha, because you straight away go to the heaven. So that is. No, I know that, but all the many burial grounds, cremation grounds, written Vaikuntham. So it is there. So Koili Vaikuntha means temple burial ground. Then the last thing in Hindi, what is the feminine of Hathi? Okay. Bagh? Okay. Let's ask Professor Deepa Chakravarti. Hathi? See?
Hathi.
See.
Neutral. Postini is in.
No. देखिए वहां मत जाइए. Okay. Oh, wait.
Sadhu Bangla, that's-
No. Don't go to Sadhu Bangla. There is nothing called Asadhu Bangla. So don't go to Sadhu. No, not those things. Okay. Acha, what is a cat? Masculine? Billa? Okay, you now tell me what is Billa and Billi in Bangla? Bedal, but
No gender.
no. Hullo Bedal, many Bedal. See. You are using male cat and female cat.
There are many.
Why this thing doesn't happen in Bangla, Odia, Ohmiya, etc. I'm asking why it happens in Hindi. There must be reason.
No prefix is used. Prefix.
No, not prefix. It's an adjective.
Hullo.
Huh? It's an adjective. Female, male. So that kind of thing. So why the animals do not have, look, do you know Baghini, she says, do you know the reason? Because Baghis is her mamu. It's no more an animal. But that is the reason. The same thing is true of Nag. Nag is not an animal, it's Devta. So Nagini. Only Baghini and Nagini. For no other animal, you will have that kind of feminine. See how language can tell you what has happened in the culture. You know, all these for animals, no male, female, the feminine form is not there. You will have to use an adjective. These are some of the things. If you look at language, you can easily discuss what happens in the culture. Because there is only one Bengali, I'm not interested. I can give you a very interesting example. Should I give or should I stop? Okay. Oh, you tell me, where do you use the verb in a sentence in Indian languages? Dear students. Otherwise, you are no more dear students.
SVO.
SOV. Subject, object, verb. Ram ne khana khaya. Yeah, SVO. Ram ate rice. Okay. Now, suppose I introduce my father to you. Okay. I'll say, Brigadier sir, ini holen amar baba. Is it good Bangla? She says yes.
It's very respect also.
Yeah. Ini holen amar baba. Do you know English translation? This is my father. But just now we said that our languages are verb final. Verb should be at the end. Suppose I say, I tell her now, Professor Chakravarti, ini amar baba holen. See.
It's not done.
Do you know what it means? He became my father.
Total meaning.
So that means this verb final thing in Indian language is not true all the time. Now the question is, why this verb medial business? Why in this kind of context, verb must be used in the middle? Why? This question has not special. It's all ordinary.
Sir.
No, we use it in the day-to-day language. Day-to-day language we use. It's not special. It's nothing like you have given me that thing. No, nothing like that. It's all ordinary common. There is no doubt about it. Now the thing is, these things show how our languages have changed over a period of time. And how is linked to culture. Let me tell you, this is linked to Santal culture. This kind of thing.
It's clear from your conversation that Dravidians actually laid the foundation of language.
No, also these Mundas. Also Mundas, yes. So this kind of thing we can discuss. I have over maybe, short, maybe 5 minutes or so. Now you can ask me questions, comments, anything that you have. Yeah.
Please.
I must say that it was an eye-opening session and a very interesting session. So first of all, I would like you all to join hands and give a round of applause. It's such an interesting session. Okay, so now we would like to take up questions from scholars and students and even faculties if you have any questions. And those who have joined online can also raise their hand and we will unmute you and you can ask your question then. Or maybe you can type your question in the message box and we'll read it from there. Okay, we will give you a voice, like we will unmute you. So if you have any questions, no, there are 28 participants are here and a few were have left. No, he's here. So anybody from the audience.
You can ask me questions in Hindi also. And not only questions, comments if you have. You can also, tell me. That's not an issue. I would like to hear from you.
Yes, anyone, if you have any doubt.
Just a single thing, like I was giving voice to my own doubts. So it's like when you say Kulo Bera, many Bera, you're not using this without any use. Just with Bera,
Because Billy is Masi. Mahmood, Bahag.
सर यहाँ राजस्थान में चल रहा है मामा यार राजस्थान में चल रहा मामा ऐसे बाल मामा नहीं
आप देखिए आप मुझे केवल होली में तो समझ रहे हैं बाग मामा चंदा मामा बिहारी बंदर मामा महाराष्ट्र उंदर मामा and mama also very different.
So actually, there are many things culturally because I'm 15 years than him, and this is my 16th year. So I really has a lot of questions in mind, and I tried to see this. Like Hanuman, in North India, is someone to be worshipped, right? So Hanumanji, and all that. Now, if you go to that part of India where I belong to, you do not find such kind of devotion for Hanuman, right? So, cultural differences are very much there. So, nobody will be, worshipping Hanuman in Bengal. But when you come to this north zone, someone who is worshipped in the northern belt, I'm talking about. Always worshipped, always. Even I have Hanuman Murti in my house. So, what I am trying to tell is, sir, is very much, when he's talking about the, what should I say, language and culture are two sides of the same coin. I really agree. But diversities are so much, culture diversity. From one point of India to another point of India, when you travel, you find it and you learn. This is very, 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 but I could have asked why this, I could have, taunt why this, but being an educated person, you should have respect. And the differences should be taken with a lot of respect. I don't know in Odisha whether Hanumanji comes to that side there is nothing like
No. Now there are Hanuman temples.
now. That's
Yes.
evolution again.
And for the younger people, you have Batman, you have Superman,
That is international.
you call it Hanuman. You start saying that. In fact, believe me, I'm serious. I want to write such things also in newspapers, some kind of things that we'll also have it. Now, I'll ask a question to you. Do you worship Shani or not? Why?
Get rid of all evils, danger.
I have no doubt that that is the reason for which Hanuman was worshipped sometime. monkey business it was doing to get rid of those things. And for your information, I cannot give you the reference right now. Ganesh is Vighna Karta.
Not Harta.
Vighna Karta.
Yes,
What he does.
yes. That's why I worship Ganesh in the beginning. Bilkul. As we worship Shani, as we worship Ram, the same kind. That was the thing some time ago. Now it is all different. And let me tell you, Ganesh, will you find a god like another god like Ganesh, a pot-bellied and with an elephant trunk and all those things? Do you know Shiva? No, not today, everything today will discuss. So, these are the reasons. When you say that, look, Bandar Mama, that is the reason. If folk, yes, you see Bandar Mama, Undar Mama in Maharashtra, and Bagh Mama here. If you take, these examples, they are very interesting examples. And in DP Jataka, if somebody is interested, look at DP Jataka stories. A kitten is drinking water somewhere below the stream. The mother goat is there, guiding or rather standing beside it. And a tiger was drinking water somewhere on the top. And it says, hey, you are polluting my water. He is drinking there. This young one is drinking it. And the tiger is saying, you are polluting the water. Then the mother goat said, no. You are there, you are polluting. He cannot pollute your water because water is flowing from you to him. Then immediately the kitten says, Pag Mama, I am not polluting water. Mama, you see there. Read it, Devi Jataka, I am telling you. And there is a reason why we use Mama for all this, Chanda Mama. Chanda Mama, that moon is not auspicious, it is inauspicious. When in moon, on the full moon day, sir, I have definite data on the full moon day. The suicide rate is the most in the world. Yes, oh yes. Now she is very right. Would you like to be called lunatic? Lunar eclipse, the same thing. Exactly. And it has changed, there is no.
All dangerous people are Mama.
Yes, you are true. I fully agree with you. That's the reason you call Mama so that to ameliorate, the sentence, so you won't harm me. That is the reason for me. And Counts Mama will discuss about that today.
That's not.
Okay, so we have a question from Jyoti Dhamsar. I would request IT team to kindly unmute her. Jyoti, would you like to ask yourself or?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir.
Jyoti. Yeah.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. I have a question. As you were talking about evolution of single word, that is dharma, query, or begani, as you have suggested numerous words while discussing this session, can you suggest me that tracing the evolution of a single word, like these you have mentioned, can they reveal the deeper cultural transitions that society is undergoing? Can a single word can suggest or it can reveal the deeper cultural transition?
Deeper cultural transaction is in the word.
As, for example, and let me reframe my question again. As you were discussing about a single word or different words you have described, such as dharma, koiri, or begani, can one trace the evolution from a single word?
Yeah, we can look. We can always trace the origin of a word and what kind of changes it has undergone over a period of time. That is quite possible. That's not an issue. That's quite possible. That's why I said that, Chilka, we have forgotten that Chilka means lake. So we say Chilka lake. But Chilkur, Chilka Ur. So there is a huge lake, Usman Sagar. that is there, and there is a Balaji temple. And your Balaji is different from that Balaji, let me tell you. The Balaji that you see everywhere here, it's different from that. That is something which is also fascinating for me. How come this Balaji became this Balaji took the name of Balaji of Andhra Pradesh? That is something which is an interesting aspect of it. Now, that's quite possible, always. That's not an issue. We can do that. But do you have anything specific to ask? Maybe she is.
Jyoti, can you hear us?
Maybe.
I got the explanation, sir.
Jyoti? Maybe no connectivity.
Yeah, I'm listening. Actually, there was some technical glitch. I was trying, but unable to unmute myself.
So, were you able to listen to what Sir said?
Yeah, I have listened to him. Thank you for the answer,
And
sir.
satisfied with the answer, or should I like the?
No, I'm very much satisfied. Thank you for this opportunity, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we have another question from Yatesh, a BA English first semester student. Yes, Yatesh.
To V-shape language, or does language shapes?
Huh?
To V-shape language, or does language shapes us?
Oh, okay. There was a. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I'll tell you something, an experiment which has happened instead of answering that question. There was a fire engineer named Benjamin Lee Worth, WHORF, BL Worth. You can Google it. He was a fire engineer in the United States of America. And he found that a lot of fire accidents were taking place. Lots of fire accidents. Then he wanted to find out why all these fire accidents. So went and visited all sorts of places, surveyed. Then he came to a conclusion that those days gas cylinders were called empty cylinders. America was like us at that time. No, pipe, this, that, gas cylinders were used, and it was called empty cylinder. And he was convinced that because it was called empty cylinder, people thought it was empty. So didn't take care of it. So all sorts for which the fire accidents were taking place. Then he went to study linguistics at Yale with somebody called Edward Sapir.
Oh my God, great name.
So that is how it came to be known as Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Okay? Our language shapes a lot of our thoughts. I'm not a strong supporter of, I'm not, there are two versions of this theory: linguistic relativity, linguistic determinism. Those who support linguistic determinism are extremists, not such. And I will support linguistic relativity because that's a moderate kind of thing. Because in no social science, you can say that it is 100% this kind of thing. No, always there will be some deviation. So language shapes our thoughts also. But also I am saying, remember, not only, remember. In most cases, our thoughts are shaped by our language.
But the question remains, why it's called empty cylinder?
No, that is the name. They changed the name of the cylinder.
That name of the company.
No, cylinder name. Oh, I know for sure. Neil Guy.
Yes, sir.
It was a year I have forgotten, and the Nil guys were destroying the crops in Madhya Pradesh. I have heard that news on television, national television. Nobody was eating or any harm to because God was there.
They were saying we'll change the name of this animal to Nilgai, some Nil Kutta, something like that. They do the Nil Kutta, actually, some Nil thing. Do you know today most of the people, if you throw a stone at a monkey, there are people who will come and object. Language shapes our thoughts. Because it's a monkey, we think it is Hanuman. A monkey kuch bhi kar sakta hai. So, there are issues, but these are very different issues, and we will discuss which must be.
That's very satisfying, Namaste, sir. Thank you so much. We have one more question from Shrikant Navanish, research scholar from Amity School of Languages, and he's a French, yes. He's asking that when the language flows from its origin, then it may be possible its method of use changes, but meaning doesn't, as you have given the example of Pillai. So can we say a language depends on culture, but culture does not?
Meaning changes. I said meaning changes. Did I say meaning doesn't change? Meaning changes. So that is what happens. So, meaning changes, of course. When a word travels from one language to another, one generation to another, the form changes, the meaning also changes. Yes, all those things. True. Hasti, what does it mean? Huh?
Hasti.
One that it was supposed to be a hand. Like धन जिसके पास है धनी, मान जिसके पास है मनी, हाथ जिसके पास है हाथी. That's what happens. And Gaja is again do you know what Gaja means?
That is happy again.
No, hathi, huge. Dravidian. I can give you all the references to that. Hathi doesn't belong to India. It's not a native name. And Mayura is Dravidian. What is Mayura in Telugu? Peacock. Amma, peacock is English, Mama. What is Telugu word for peacock? Telugu? Okay, Telugu. The doesn't know. They speak Telugu. Mayur, we will see most Dravidian languages will have that. But no, Mayur is not there in Meena. Machli. Meena is not there in Latin, not there in Greek. In no language you will find Meena. They are our. No, it's true. And Meena is a Dravidian word. You will find it in all the tribal languages. Meenu, Minga. It is Dravidian. See how it is give and take has taken place in this country. Once you discuss give and take, you will say that India is one. That's very important. Now that I'm tempted to say Sialkot, Pathankot, okay, Rajkot, Harakot, Khalikot, Sriharikota, there must be reason. Why the court suffix everywhere? No, these are the issues we should discuss to claim that India is one. That's very important. And we are not doing that.
Absolutely. It feels like we should revisit our indigenous knowledge, our scriptures, Veds, and all the religious texts, folklore and all. So this is an eye-opening session, I would say. And now I would request Dr. Manoj Kumar to please propose a vote of thanks to our esteemed guest.
Thank you, madam, for inviting me to propose vote of thanks. At the very outset, I would like to thank the guest speaker of today, Professor Panchanan Mohanty. We are fortunate enough to have him here. I was more fortunate because I could spare 1 hour more with sir. During the journey from Jaipur to Amity, we could discuss more. about folklore and other related issues. Sir, whatever you stated, each and every line, every word, starting from what you said, the writing. Today, if you talk about students, how many of they write? So what sir has talked about, we have to adopt it. We need to write it. Sir, today you given a lot of topics for researchers who are there online, who are sitting here, who can talk about many issues. And I'm sure that today's workshop, today's lecture has given many subjects, many topics in our minds to work upon. And I think Professor Deepa Chakravarti and Professor Rahul Tripathi, who could manage to have this program, Professor Madam Gunja, who could, and Rajiv ji, who could conduct this program, Brigadier Rathod, DGG sir, who is here from the beginning and who showed interest, and all the faculty members who are here despite, you know, they had classes somewhere else in other departments, but they could manage, all the students, all the research scholar. Thank you one and all. And to IT support also, who's been here. Without them, you know, things would have been difficult. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Manoj. Now, I would request everyone to please come forward for a group photograph, and let's make this event a memorable one. I would request, we will go there, or once we will take a picture there. Okay, so we will move to the entrance, and there only we will take a picture. I request everyone to join us there. And once again, thank you so much, Mohanty sir, for such an stimulating session. Thank you very much, sir. We are really honored to have you here at Amity, and would be glad if you could come here and forward your knowledge and your insights every time to us and our scholars.
Knowledge is to be shared.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, I will die with it and take it to the other.
Sir, one thing, let me tell you, I wanted to tell you before also. We like, we have enough in the campus. How much as it?
So they have to come. They're eating away all these plants.